Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a necklace using beads from the March edition of the Bargain Bead Box, which was called Art Deco Luxe. So this box was pretty. It had a lot of blacks, some pearls, some turquoises, and we are going to make a really easy necklace and pair of earrings actually. So two things out of this project today, necklace and a pair of earrings. First of all, our encouraging word for today is He shields all who take refuge in Him, and that is Psalms 18:30. I like that one. It makes me feel good. All right, so if you want to make this necklace and earrings, here's what you're going to need. I have got a strand of 7-strand bead stringing wire, and let me measure this because I don't know how long I measured it. I measured it around my neck, but I did not measure it off of the spool. So we are right at about 22 inches. So I don't want this to be really long, okay? And that's why it's 22 inches. So 22 inches. This is 7-strand bead stringing wire. This is Beading brand. You can buy any bead stringing wire. It's also called Tiger Tail. I don't know why. I guess because it's very strong and, you know. But anyway, I use 7-strand on some things. I use 19-strand on some things. Honestly, this is very strong stuff. It is steel wire braided together and coated in nylon. So it is very difficult to break this. So unless you had a necklace that had super heavy beads on it, I would not worry about using 19-strand. I would use 7-strand or 49-strand. I would use the 7-strand on this. Now, if you're doing like bracelets or something like that, that's going to get a lot of on and off and on and off, then maybe the 19 or the 49, but you know, I use 7-strand for a lot of things. And like I said, it's very strong. I've never had it break. It would be hard to break it, actually, I would think. So I've got 22 inches of it. 7-strand bead stringing wire, Beading brand, and this is in satin gold color. And then I have some of the little rondelles here from the box. These are the gold electroplated rondelles. We're going to use some of those. I have got some pearls from the box. These are really pretty. I've got these really pretty AB coated faceted rondelles. Okay, this is a bail. This is from my own stash. Any bail will work. I just picked this one because it's close to the color of this pendant piece that we're going to use. It's really not exact the same color gold, but it's closer than this other bail that I had. So I'm going to go with this one. It's just a ball with a hole through the middle, and you just string your wire right through it. You don't even have to use a bail. You could just hang this on your wire with a jump ring, but I just wanted to use a bail because I like the look a little bit better. I'm using the bicones, these little gold bicones from the box. I'm using the bead caps from the box. I have got 2 wire guards. I'm using the toggle bar from the box. Now the ring I used in something else. So I don't have the ring anymore. So I've got 3 12mm jump rings here. And we're going to make an adjustable toggle. See, this will go right through these 12mm jump rings. And it will hold perfectly on the other side of those. So we're going to make an adjustable toggle with those. I have some 6mm jump rings, just regular little jump rings here. I have 2 2x2 crimp tubes. These are 5mm wire guardians, and these are 2x2 crimp tubes. And we'll do the earring stuff here in a minute. So let's go ahead and do our necklace. Now this is very, very simple, okay? Bead stringing, that's all it is. I have a very small jump ring. What did I do with it? Here it is. A little, I think this is a 2mm, possibly a 3mm, I don't know, but it's very tiny. And I'm going to hook it, I'm going to hook my bail onto my pendant piece with this little tiny jump ring. So I'm going to scoot everything else out of the way here. And I may have to zoom out a little bit. We'll see here in just a second if I need to. I'm just going to get all this out of the way in little piles. Okay, so here we have our pendant piece. And I'm just going to hook it straight onto this bail, just like this. Okay, close it up. When you open and close jump rings, you always want to do them side to side, like this motion, not this. Okay, if you pull them apart like that, they're not going to close back right, and it weakens the metal. If you do the side to side, you can get them closed back a lot closer, and it's a whole lot better. Okay, so there that is, right on that little bail. Okay, so now we're just going to take our bead stringing wire. We're going to insert the bead stringing wire right through the little hole on this bail. If you have a different bail, just stick it right on. If you're just using a jump ring, just go ahead and hang it right on there with your jump ring. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now, I am going to use the pearls with some bead caps. Let me see, I have more bead caps somewhere. What did I do with them? Oh, well, I thought I had more bead caps. Oh, there they are. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do a bead cap, a pearl. I want to do 3 pearls on each side with bead caps, and a bead cap. Just slide them down. Okay, bead cap, pearl, and a bead cap. And I just went through the little loop on the filigree part there of the bead cap. We don't want to do that. We want to go through the middle. Okay, and then another bead cap. Make sure I get that on there right. Pearl and bead cap. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Bead cap. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. Now we're going to pull in our turquoise and our gold little bicones. So I'm going to just alternate turquoise, bicone, turquoise, bicone, turquoise, bicone, turquoise bead, bicone. Let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 4. Okay, so we'll see if we've got enough to do both sides. I think we should. With the bicones, I mean. I'm just going to use the turquoise beads. It looks like we have 18 of them, so 9 per side, so just until I run out. I may have used a couple of those on my other necklace that I made. I can't remember. I don't think I did, though. And I know these have a little bit of a pointier end and a little bit of a flat end, but it is so subtle that you really can't, I mean, I'm not bothering with which way I hang it on the strand. I'm not trying to get all the pointy ends on one end or something like, because you really, I mean, it's just a subtle difference. You really can't tell. I don't think it's gonna really matter. Okay, so I did all 9 of my little turquoise beads with a bicone after each one. I didn't do a bicone before this one because we have this bead cap here. I did a bicone after each one. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So here's what I have. Now I'm just going to fill up the rest of this with these black and gold rondelles. So depending on how long you made your necklace, obviously, will depend on how many of these you need. I'm making it 22 inches not counting my crimping, you know, so it'll be a little less than the 22 inches, but when I put the clasp on, it'll probably bring it right back up. So it'll probably end up being right around 22 inches. But I'm just going to go ahead and fill both sides with these two-tone rondelles. And when I'm done with that, I'll come right back. Okay, so here we are. I have 28 beads on each side. And so I'm going to go ahead, or 28 of these black beads, I mean. I put 28 on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do our crimp. So let me, I don't know why I took the bead bug off that side just to put it on that side, but I did. Okay, so we're going to take our crimp bead, our crimp tube, and put it right on the chain there, or the stringing. And then I'm going to take my wire guardian, and you go up one side of the wire guard with your bead stringing wire, come across it and down the other side. Now I did not leave myself a whole bunch of room here. And you want to go back through the crimp and a couple of the beads if you can with your tail on your wire. I'm gonna have to pull it from here for a second. You can use your pliers if you want to help you to get it down in there, just like this. And as long as you go through one or two beads, I think you're pretty good. I'm just going to go through that one, I think, and go ahead and pull down on my wire. Okay, so here's what I've got. Now, I take my wire guard and I just bend it in. I just like the way it looks better when it's bent in just a little bit. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, pulling it down. Now, the key to this is you want to pull down, but you don't want this to be stick straight. You still want this to have movement, so it doesn't look, you know, poked out weird, okay? So you're going to take your crimpers, and as you can see, there's a hole in the back. Come on, focus. There's the little divot in the very back. And then there's 3 little holes there. So you're going to, the divot faces down and the little thing that pokes into it is on top, okay? You're going to lay your crimp right in that divot. Right in the divot. And you're going to firmly press down. And what that does, as you can see, it makes 2 little channels. One wire goes in each channel. Then you rotate your crimpers. And I always go in the second of these little holes. I don't know why. And you just close it right up. That second one just seems to be the one that works. So, close it right up. And then I'm going to trim my tail. And there is the one side. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Okay. And again, you just want to kind of let gravity pull this down. I have even less room on this side, but I don't want this to be stick straight. I want it to have movement in there. So you just want to kind of be conscious of that while you're doing this. Okay, I'm going to put my little crimp tube on. Let's see if I can crimp with this little amount of wire here. I'll try. Go up in my wire guard, and I'm going to have to use my pliers. Come over and down. I did not leave myself enough wire. Leave yourself more wire than I did, okay? Makes it much easier if you have a little extra. And I'm going to go right down here and pull down and see if I can get it through that crimp tube. All the joys of making jewelry on video. Okay, let me pull this down. There we go. Now, I've got to get it through the crimp tube, and I would like for it to go through at least one bead, but I don't know if it's going to. So we'll get it right in the crimp tube, though. Leave yourself more wire than I do, is the moral of this story. Okay, now if I can push it where it'll go down in there. Come on. There it is. Let's grab it coming out the bottom of the crimp tube. And your crimping pliers have an even finer point on them. There we go. Okay, it's not, I don't think I'm going to get it through that bead. I could sit here and try to, but it's going to be difficult. I'll give it one effort, and if it doesn't work, then I will move on, because I don't want to spend this whole video trying to get this through this bead. Alright. Well, it went in, but it's not coming out the bottom, which is a problem. Yeah, I'm just going to crimp. It's better if you can go through the bead. If you can't, then you can't. And I did not leave myself enough room. So I'm going to lay this in the back divot of my crimping pliers. Press down firmly. Rotate it. I didn't bend my little wire guard in like I normally do either. There we go. Rotate it, putting in the second hole of my crimpers, and just close it right up. Okay, and there we have it. I'm going to trim it just because it's snagging out here. I like for it to go down through a bead or two. I feel like it makes it a lot neater looking, and it's more secure, I feel like, that way. But if you can't get it through there, you can't get it through there. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that it's closed really well, and it is. Okay, so there are our two ends after much much trying. Okay, so we're going to take a little jump ring here. This is the little 6mm, and we are just going to hook this toggle bar right on. These jump rings are difficult to open. They are very thick. If you can grab them like this, if you have an extra thick ones, and you can kind of grab them like this, which is kind of hard to do with these teeny ones, but it works. I'm going to hook my toggle bar on. Okay. Close up my jump ring. I don't know where I got these jump rings, but they are super thick, and they are really hard to open and close when you're, especially when you're doing tiny things like this. They're just difficult. They're so, but they're secure. I like them. They're good jump rings. They're just very hard. Okay, so there's that. Now this one we don't really need to hook on with a jump ring because it is a jump ring. I've also been asking my subscribers to go over and subscribe to my friend Anthony's channel. It is called Manatee Bricks, and it's all about Legos. If you guys enjoy Legos, or you have somebody that enjoys Legos, please go over and check Anthony's channel out. Anthony is disabled, and he is a young man, and he is trying to make his way, and he's got a YouTube channel. So I really appreciate the fact that he is doing something. Even though he has a disability, he's being, using the gifts that God gave him and working them. And so I really want to help him grow his channel. So I will link it in the description box below this video, as well as Bargain Bead Box, and you guys can check him out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so here's the earring that we're going to make, and I totally forgot the earring and quit the video, but yeah, I forgot the earring. So here it is. It's very simple. Here's what it looks like with the necklace. I think it makes a really cute set together. And we're going to make this really quickly. It's easy. So what you're going to need, you need the filigree drops from the box, 2 of them. You need 4 of the bead caps. You need 2 jump rings. I'm using little 6mm ones. You need 2 ear wires of your choice. I'm using these. They're kind of fancy fish hooks. You need 2 pearls, not 3. You need 2 of the rondelles, 2 of these turquoise beads, and 2 of the little bicones, and an eye pin. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're basically just following the same pattern we did in the necklace. We're going to put our bead cap and pearl, and another bead cap, then our turquoise bead, our black bead, and our bicone. Now I know in the necklace we had the turquoise, the bicone, and then the black bead, but it looks a lot better when you do it this way. I tried it both ways, and I like it a lot better this way. We are going to bend this 90 degrees and make a wrapped loop. To do that, you grab here in the bend with your round nose pliers. You come grab it tight. You come up and over like that, so it makes kind of like a little P shape, sort of, a hook. And then you rotate your plier up, and then you bring your wire under, just like that. Okay, you grab with your chain nose, and we're going to wrap around. 1, and you have to turn it sometimes, and 2, and I always wrap down toward the beads to tighten them onto the eye pin. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim off this little tail, just like that. And we're going to tuck that in, and there we have it. Now we're going to take our little jump ring here, and we are going to hang it right on here. And I'm going to hook this right on to the end of my ear wire. And we'll close this right up. And there we have it. 2 cute little earrings to match our cute little necklace. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. For the second time, I'm going to wrap up this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.